Hello, I've got my research here and I'm going to do a piece of pastillage, and you can see here I quite like the circle shapes, and I just love these colours as well. So I'm going to just play around on a piece of paper to get some ideas of what I could do. I quite like, I've got some cutters, round cutters here. I like this layering effect that I could do with the pastillage. So placing, cutting out some discs, placing one on top of the other would look really, really nice. So I'm using just different size cutters to give me that layering effect. I also quite like this curve. Now I'm drawing roughly, I'm just planning out some ideas here. So I quite like this curve. That would be really nice. And I do like this leaf effect. And I quite like the textures. So I quite like the textures on here. I like the colour overall. I like this layering. I like this curve. And I'm just going to try and bring them all together to form a piece of pastillage. I could have this as a stand. So my stand could be a series of round discs. And the thickness of the paste would also lift the discs up. I could then bring my leaf perhaps here. And then I could have my curve coming round like that on top. Or I could, I still quite like these discs coming up as raising this base up. So I could draw something like that to represent the discs. Getting this lovely curve around on top. Just thinking how I could bring the leaf. At the back, perhaps I could bring more than one. Or I quite like this pattern here where I've got lots and lots of circles overlapping each other. Let's see what I can do with that one. So these could be placed so that they stand up, and then I could have that disc effect coming along here to raise it up. That would be quite nice. Yeah, I could bring this curve to bring my curved piece of work in. I could bring a curve in there. Okay, so I roughly know what I want, but I'm still developing it. So now I'm going to cut out lots of shapes and give my project more of a 3D image to see if it would work. So I can see the proportions, I can see the size of it, the proportions where it goes together, when I can alter a certain shape. Okay, so I'm going to play around. Right, now I've decided what I'm going to do, I can experiment with colours. So I'm going for these lovely blues and oranges, and I've got a selection of pens here. So I can try this out. And again, rough. I'm still working rough for this. And I understand that, I'm using felt pens here because you'll see it better, it'll be clearer to you. But I can understand that they would be difficult if you haven't got these felt pens, but your crayons will be fine. I'm only working in pens, as I say, because it would be easy to see. So I could bring up those colours. Still working rough. experimenting with my colours. And it's a lot easier and cheap way of doing your experimenting on paper than wasting time making it and then realising it doesn't quite look right. Okay, this one. Experiment with another one. I quite like this orange in the middle. Okay, and so on. So I've got my rough sketches. First of all, I've got my research. I've got my rough sketches, very rough, experimenting with colours, so I know exactly what I'm doing. I think I'm going for this one actually. I quite like that one. And then I need to do my drawing.